I played Garfield Kart 2 Or You Can Drift, but is it any fun? Turn the volume up, let's talk about it. Oh boy, my voice is terrible for this one. I've been crook the last few days. That's why there's been many videos in the channel, but let's just crack in. I hate those people that just ramble on about how that woe is me. Life goes on. I'm just got a bit of the flu, so I'm alright. Garfield Kart 2. This is the second Garfield Kart. The first one came out on like DS, I think, long time ago, and then there was a re-release of it onto consoles under like a slightly different badge, but it was pretty much just a reskin of that game on consoles and PC. So, as with a lot of these kart games, it's not very good. It's not that great. It's just a real cash grab. It's like, hey, we've got these characters, what are we gonna do? Garfield's a weird character to do this with, and like I'll go through some of the details with it, but especially because Nickelodeon released this game this game got released under the Nickelodeon badge, I should say. But Cartoon Network owns Garfield, so a bunch of characters from like the TV show and movies, for those that are into Garfield lore, didn't come across. So you got characters like Big Dog. What's the Big Dog from the comic books? Like, it's just a wild game, in my opinion. It's a wild thing to release a kart game for. Like, we've seen Ed and Edna before that. There was like Paw Patrols, and there's so many of these like reskinned, just barely functional kart racing games just that aren't very inspired out in the market. And this is one of them, but just with like a weird character. It's just like going to the character screens, like it's got all your favorites. It's got Garfield and the dad and Odie the dog and female Garfield and the love interest for the dad and the big dog, and that's pretty much it. Like it's just a weird game to launch a kart racer for, especially when you don't own the rights. None of the characters have any voice lines or anything like that. As a matter of fact, Garfield sounds like me just going like, what? Whenever he gets a boost. Like, it really makes no sense at all. And it's clear that they weren't able to like use any voice lines for Garfield as part of the, agreement that they have. The gameplay itself, there's 12 different race tracks to race on. They're okay. Like, they're actually a little bit better than some of these like unimaginative kart racing games. There's a fair bit to them. There's a bunch of shortcuts. The kart handles like somewhat well. There's 3 different categories. There's 100cc, 150cc, and then mirror, which I believe is 150cc, but the tracks are just reversed. Or not reversed, but like the turns are left. It's the mirror version of it. It's not quite reversed. So, yeah, it's just what you get. It's pretty easy to complete. Like, I've played, I think, 7 hours of the game now, and I pretty much almost clocked the game. Where it's really difficult is time trial. Time trial is, the AI is like, for gold, is almost perfect. They use all the boosts to getting shortcuts at certain times. So it's a real grind to get gold times to be able to unlock that achievement. The rest of the game, it's just, the racing part of it is just your normal kart racer from the 90s. Like, that. You go to an item box, and this one they have a blue thing of cat food and a red thing of cat food and a green thing of cat food, which are the shells of Mario Kart. They've got soap instead of bananas. They don't really have a lightning bolt. They have this weird like TV remote thing, and I think if you use an item in it, you get slowed down. It's really weird. There's no... The fundamental like craziness of this game is there's no explanations for anything. All you can do is drive. All you can do is like set up a Grand Prix, set up your character and drive. You can't go onto a character screen to like go through the unlocks that you might have. You don't get any explanations of what any of the items do or how to unlock various car parts, which seems to just be like, oh, we'll give you a bit of speed, but we'll lose a bit of traction. So, it's all very uninspired sort of stuff. You can put Garfield in a hat bot, so that's kind of cool. There was DLC when I bought it for a lasagna hat or a chef's hat and a lasagna like themed car, because he's a ginger cat that likes lasagna. Yeah, my ginger cat doesn't eat lasagna at all, but here's a picture of my ginger cat. I don't think lasagna is good for a cat, just FYI. But anyway, it's a cartoon. It's fine. Yeah, and you just kind of go around the track. There's a small drift element that gives you a boost. It's pretty much like a really just like uninspired version of Mario Kart. Like, if this came out in the 90s, this game would be awesome. Even if the graphics was lower, like this would be pretty much on par for what Mario Kart and like Diddy Kart Racing and Crash Bandicoot Racing was doing at the time. But now in 2025, we've come leaps and bounds since then. There's usually a lot more characters, a lot more things going on. And the brand new Mario Kart just came out. And for those that don't have a Switch, Sonic Cross Worlds Kart Racing comes out in like 2 weeks' time. So I just don't understand why this game did come out. The other things that are stolen from Mario Kart and like every other kart racer is there's coins. Collect 10 coins, go quicker. The more coins you have, the faster you go. There's a boost, which is lasagnas. There's a coffee thing, which I only saw once, which is like a Mario star. There is a weird item that it's like a newspaper that makes you go quick, but then you pick when you like slam it on the ground and it makes like an AoE explosion. I thought that was a unique thing in a kart racing game. I've not seen that kind of item, but the rest of it is just so unimaginative. You're always in a kart. There's no like sea or air or anything like that. You're always just in a kart. The tracks are just much more like tracks you would have got in the 90s when the late 90s playing these type of games. There's no like, jumping, like massive jumps or rails or anything to do. You just got to stay within the track limits. If you move out of the track limits, even if it's tarmac, your kart will go slower. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the game. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's just like we did Ed and Edna, which is the movie for I think a Euro Park in Germany, but they have a kart racing game. And I would say it's like very similar to that. Like it probably handles a little bit better with the kart racing. And the levels at the racetracks are probably a little bit better as well. But that's about it. Like, it's not worth the price tag of whatever it is. It was $50. Half a AAA game in Australia. So whatever that is where you are, it's probably the same thing. But, like, with all these other kart racing games coming out, even, I don't want people in the comments to be like, well, there's a design for kids. Yeah, like, I understand that, but it's still shit. Like, it's still a crappy game that really doesn't appeal to anyone. And there's so many of these like skinned kart games with just like insert various character that are on the market. Just buy one of them for special. I think Paw Patrol has one. Just get that. It'll be the same game. Like there's no difficulty to it. I try to get an online game. Of course, no one's playing it. And who's playing Garfield Kart Racing 2 online? Like, that's definitely for like pedophiles to like groom young kids. That's the only reason that has been made. That's like Epstein Island shit going on there. I mean, I obviously wasn't able to play local multiplayer, but there's not really much game here at all. Like, I've been able to sort of smash through it all. There's an achievement to sort of win it all 3 cups. So yeah, the one thing I did mention, the 12 tracks are broken up into 4 different cups for the Grand Prix. There's an achievement to win in 150cc. Winning every single race in that, and I've just clocked that achievement as well. So really the only thing I've got left is to do all the unlockables, which I don't know how to unlock them. I just seem to unlock them arbitrarily. I think it's a money thing, but I'm not sure if it's winning races or a money thing or a time thing. Like I said, there's no explanation of anything that goes on in this game or what anything does. You just kind of got to figure it out and hope for the best. So I really like half of this review is me like surmising or guessing what actually is in this game, because it is just difficult. It's just difficult to find anything or figure out anything. But yeah, that's the review. I would not recommend. The one thing that we say, we don't really rate games out of 10. I just say, would we recommend it and do we find it fun? If you're an absolute Garfield freak, even that you probably won't like this game, because it has none of the like lore. Garfield lore is a weird thing to talk about, but it doesn't really have any of the. It just has the skins of the characters, but none of the personality. They're just there. So you'd really have to like sop up everything from Garfield to even remotely enjoy that game. Because I feel like if you are a big fan of Garfield, you'd be left wanting a little bit, because it's like, well, where's the personality? He's a cat that doesn't like Mondays and eats lasagna, and you don't really get that in this game. It doesn't really come through at all. So yeah, it's just lackluster. It's unimaginative. It's a real who cares by the end of this. Like, that's where I was like, why am I playing this? Which is disappointing when it's a video game. It's just like, man, I'm not getting any fun for this at all. But yeah, we review shooters and racing games. So boom, here we go. Next game will be Borderlands 4. So hopefully that's a little bit better that we're reviewing. Anyway, hit the subscribe button. That's the end of the video. If you made it this far, it's Garfield Kart Racing Review. You're a sick individual and you've made it this far. Hit the subscribe button. Like, for just both of us to just get something out of this arrangement, because we're both mentally ill. I have played it, and you have watched a review all the way through. Yeah. Comment down below. Did you like the first Garfield game? Have you played this? What's your favorite kart racer? Have you been sick before? It sucks. It sucks being sick, especially when you speak into a microphone and you just you know your voice is going. You know it's going, and you know it's going to sound terrible, but you just got to get this video out. Because your brother who does the channel with you left his laptop at work. So you have to step up to the plate while sick out of your mind and talk about Garfield kart racing. 3 weeks ago, I was in the Balkans eating just fish that was like freshly caught and drinking beer, and now I'm playing Garfield Kart Racer. Where did my life go? Where did my life go to lead me here? That's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's slop. I went nuts. Go like the video too. Oh boy, I've had a brain aneurysm playing this game. Anyway, I'm going to edit this up, cut this up, and get on out of here. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you and bye.